Guys, before we begin, I just need to focus upon one annotation which is known as data provider. Okay, what it is? Data provider. You will come across this annotation and it is signified in this way: data provider @ data provider. So I just need to first discuss the main features of it, what it is meant for, and why we need this data provider. So first is that, guys, first of all need to understand why we use this data provider. Okay, so it is used to pass what data from a source to a particular test method. Okay, so what it means, guys, that it is used to pass the data method from a source to a particular test method. So you have seen that we have created a test method. Okay, we are creating a test method. Okay, this is my test method. Okay, let us suppose this is my test method. Okay, and I want to pass some parameters. Okay, there is a function void, we can say that f, and it consists of int n and int m. Okay, it consists of two parameters. Okay, so if I want to replace these variables, or if I want to supply data to these variables, guys, how I can do? I can use data provider for that. Okay, so data provider help me to pass the values in the object format. Okay, in the object format, it is in object file. You have seen in the object format, in the form of rows and columns. Okay, in the form of rows and columns, it will provide you the data. Okay, this is a data provider. You can see this is a data provider. Okay, this is a data provider which will provide me the data. Okay, which will provide me the data. Okay, guys, so you can see this, it will provide me the data. Okay, so basically it acts as a internal loop, guys. What it acts like? It acts like a second point needs to be remember. It acts like internal loop. Okay, it acts like an internal loop. So there are a set of parameters. Let us suppose, guys, there are a set of parameters. Okay, let us suppose in the form of this. You can see, you can imagine in this format, guys. Okay, so this is a table. Okay, there are some values for you can say that there are some values. Let us suppose there are some values for, okay, 7. Okay, here it is 8, here it is 9, here it is 5, here it is, let us suppose 1. Okay, so this is a data for n and this is for m. Okay, so in the form of data, it will first pass it in the form of object, and it will do each iteration, guys. First it will take this set. Okay, first it will take this set, first it will take this set nm, and then it will take this nm, and then it will take this nm. Okay, in the form of internal loop. We'll see when we discuss in detail while doing the coding part. Okay, and another thing that I need to show you, that the number of iteration depends upon the number of rows generated in the data provider. Okay, the number of rows it is having, these are the number of iterations. Okay, I hope you get an idea, guys, what is the basics of using this data provider. Okay, we'll discuss in detail while we're doing the coding section of this data provider, okay, which will gives you more understanding of it. Okay, so till then, happy selenium guys.